what he sees here is a line of kings. And so all of these kings are marching in order. And there are 8 of them. What he discovers is that these kings all look remarkably like Banquo. And as they are walking, as these kings, Macbeth is realizing what he has discovered. What they are telling him is that he will not be, his line will not ever be the king. It is true that Banquo's children will be kings. He is very frustrated at that. He says this, "Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Down! Thy crown doth sear mine eyeballs, it burns my eyes, and thy hair, thou other golden bound brow, is like the first, a third is like the former, 1, 2, a third is like the former. Filthy hags, why do you show me this?" Well, we show you, Macbeth, because you asked, right? "A fourth, start my eyes. What? Will the line stretch out to the crack of doom?" Doom meaning doomsday, to the edge of infinity. "Another, yet a 7th. I'll see no more, yet the 8th appears, who bears a glass which shows me more." So this one is holding a mirror. That glass is what they used to call a mirror. And that mirror, if you've ever taken one mirror and another mirror, and you can see sort of infinity in that, and that's what he's making a representation here, that it shows beyond and beyond and beyond. And some I see that 2-fold balls and treble scepters carry. So at some point in here, they carry a 2-fold ball and treble scepter. That scepter is, of course, the thing that kings would carry, and it has, in this case, like a clover leaf. This represents the double ball scepter, represents England and Scotland. And so England and Scotland came together under what king? Bingo. That's King James, who is where? Sitting out here in the audience watching. So when King James hears about this king in here, let's make him this one who's holding the double-balled scepter, he goes, "That's me." Later on, there is a triple scepter. This is England, Scotland, Ireland. And so he can't stand this. "Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for this. What, is this so?" The first witch says, "Yes, this is so. This is also, but why are you so amazed, Macbeth? Why stands Macbeth thus amazedly? Come, let's cheer him up, sisters." And they begin playing music, and then they disappear. Macbeth says, "Where are they? They're gone? Let this pernicious hour stand accursed in the calendar." And then he says, "Come in, who is there?" Well, it's Lennox. Lennox comes in. All of these are gone. They disappear. Lennox comes in, and Macbeth says, "Did you see the weird sister? Did you see those witches?" Lennox says, "No, I did not see them." Macbeth says, "Didn't they go out by you?" "No, indeed, my lord." Macbeth says, "Infected be the air whereon they ride." Well, that foggy air, that infected kind of air. He says, "And damned all those that trust them." Well, Macbeth trusts them. So in essence, he's damning himself, which is very interesting. Macbeth is very quick to judge others, not himself, and yet he is creating a situation where he is going to be falling into their trap. "I did hear the galloping of a horse. Who was it that came by?" Lennox says, "2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word. Macduff is fled to England." We already knew that. We heard that at the end of Act 3, that Macduff has gone to England to work with Malcolm and the King of England to bring General Seward back with 10,000 men. Macbeth is stunned, though. He's fled to England? He's furious. Why is that? Right, because he had planned to kill him. And so now he can't kill him because he's gone. He's out of his way. Macbeth's aside, where Lennox on stage cannot hear him, says, "Time, thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The flighty purpose never is o'ertook unless the deed go with it. Now, I'm not going to be a man of thoughts and words. I'm going to be a man of action in this. From this moment, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. I'm not going to think about it too much. From this moment, what I am have the impulse to do, I'm going to do it. And even now, to crown my thoughts with acts, notice how Shakespeare continually throws that word crown in here. Be it thought and done. And now here's where he makes a horrible plot. The castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon Fife. Give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. He knows Macduff's not there, and so he decides instead to kill Macduff's wife and children. That'll show him for fleeing and betraying me like that, he thinks. No boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before this purpose cool. I'm going to do this before I have time to think about it and cool off. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are. He's speaking those final words to Lennox. And so here we see a different Macbeth. If you compare the Macbeth that we're seeing in Act 4 with the Macbeth that we saw in Act 1, you understand that this is a totally different man. The man that we met in Act 1 was a valiant general. He is the one who took on the Thane of Cawdor who had betrayed his king. He is the one who fought, remember, with his sword smoked with bloody execution till he faced the knave. He is the one who put his head on a pole to show everybody else, you betray your king and this is what happens to you. Contrast that Macbeth with the one who even went into scene at the end of Act 1 and the beginning of scene of Act 2. I will not do this, Lady Macbeth. We will do this no further. We will not do this murder of Duncan. She convinces him once he steps into the dark side, he cannot come back. And he has gone so far now that he is preparing to kill women and children. This is a very different Macbeth that we're seeing here. And that's the end of Act 4, Scene 1.